My name is Travis. This is American International School of Kurdistan. My teacher, Mr. Taiyo, teaches us American history. And today we are talking about American Revolution.
The French and Indian War. The French and Indian War was a war between the Britain and the colonists. In this war, the French supported the Indians and the British supported the colonists. Sadly, the Indians were always used to fight the colonists by a foreign power. The British and the colonists won the war. After the war, the British decided to punish the colonists by taxing them.
Before the American Revolution, there was the proclamation of 1763, a line along the Western Appalachian Mountain which colonists could not trade or settle along the Western Appalachian Mountain.
Some of the taxes the British imposed were the Stamp Act and the Quartering Act. The Stamp Act is when the British were taxed on stamps and newspaper. The Quartering Act is when the colonists had to feed and house soldiers. This made the colonists very angry.
The colonists created a new identity different from the religion and culture of the British. The majority of the colonists were Protestants, while the British were Catholics. The colonists had more open-minded view, and they believed that natural rights of John Locke.
Sons of Liberty was a secret organization trying to cause the American Revolution. Samuel Adams, their leader, was a great organizer and was set to cause the American Revolution. Some of the things that they did was the Boston Massacre and the Boston Tea Party. They were doing that to cause a conflict between the Native Americans and the colonists and the British.
The Sons of Liberty did the Boston Tea Party and the Boston Massacre. The Boston Tea Party is when colonists dressed up as Native Americans and attacked British ships because they wanted to dump the tea into the ocean so they could not have any taxes for teas. And the Boston Massacre is when a crowd of colonists started throwing snowballs at the British troops, so the British troops started firing at them and started killing 5 people. These events made the colonists angry at the British. The first shot was the Lexington and Concord. The British were stronger than the colonists because they had more guns and ammunition, but the colonists fought hard all the way up to New York. Then came the Battle of Bunker Hill, which was also known as the bloodiest battle of the war. After that was Battle of Saratoga. French and Spanish decided to support the colonists. The colonists won the entire war, and these are some of the important battles of the American Revolution.
After the American Revolution, the author Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. The 3 main points are: 1, all men are created equal; 2, the people have the right to overthrow the government if it is wrong; 3, the natural rights, which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
During the American Revolution, Indians and slaves were supporting British because British were against the colonists, but then when the British lost, Indians and slaves got punished, and for example, Iroquois got kicked out of the country to Canada.
In conclusion, the American Revolution united the colonists like Benjamin Franklin, Alvin Plank. The revolution ended at the Treaty of Paris. America became a new nation. Later, they would resolve their problems with the Native Americans and the States.
Education for a brighter future.